Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode of NASCAR Heat 4 Career Mode. Hope you're all having a great day. Today we go to Martinsville in the Truck Series and then Dover in the Monster Energy Cup Series. I did not have a news screen on here today because I actually didn't have time to get one out. Same for a driver quote at the end of the race. But either way though, we had Greg Biffle back in the truck here for the Martinsville race. As you know, the truck schedule doesn't line up correctly in this game still. So that's why you're seeing Martinsville at this point when we're going to Dover. But Biffle, he would run in a solid top 10 position this whole race as he came through now out of turns 4, heading down this front straightaway. He actually got in the wall out of turns 4, but he would cross the line there to finish in a solid 4th place here, or sorry, 5th place in Martinsville as Ben Rhodes got the victory now as he would come to qualifying for the Cup Series through turns 3 and turns 4, running the Ruckus paint scheme. This episode now as we come through to cross the line, it's going to be a 23.162, which puts us P8 for the race. So a solid qualifying effort. Hopefully that will set us up well for this first stage here in Dover with Logano on pole.
This is Rick Allen, and today we're at Dover International Speedway for the running of the Gander RV 400. Also known as the Monster Mile, the banking here is so high, drivers often call it a roller coaster ride. Well, it's time to go for a ride. Let's send it trackside.
Alright, thank you, Rick Allen. We're ready to go green here for the Gander RV 400 at Dover International Speedway. Landon Castle looks a bit slow today, as there you see your pole winner of Joey Logano as Kevin Harvick, our Stewart Haas Racing teammate, sent to the back after an unapproved body modification during qualifying on his car. So he will be starting at the back of the field. He qualified behind us, so we do not move up any positions. We get ready to start on the outside lane here in P8 now as the green flag is out, and we are underway. Logano and Kyle Busch lead the way as it's already an interesting start. Eric Jones did not go, and I passed him to the right because of that. I think that would have actually been a penalty in real life, but the 20 just did not go, and it certainly caught me off guard. We pass him on the outside. It gets to my inside as we exit turn 2, heading down this front straightaway, or back straightaway, as you see Ryan Newman just behind us, who won last episode in Talladega there. As we have a little bit of an interesting turns 3 and turns 4. Certainly didn't go my way. And out of the corner, nearly getting into the 42 of Kyle Larson, as Joey Logano did lead this first and opening lap here today. Now as Keselowski, though, was getting to the inside of him and trying to make a move for the lead. He would take the lead as we came to lap 2 now of the inside of that 42 of Kyle Larson as we came out of turns 4. A little bit of contact actually made with the 42 as we went down towards turns 1, 3 wide with Larson and Chase Elliott as we go down into the corner. Certainly the start not going the way that we had hoped, and finally, though, we would get to the inside on lap 4, and we would be able to start working our way back forwards after we got to the inside there, getting into a battle there with Ryan Blaney. But we would fight up to P7 or P8, passing Eric Jones for P7 as we hit 14 laps to go here in this first stage. As we were trying to make the pass on the outside of Jones as we went down this back straightaway, sure enough though, we would be able to clear Eric into turns 3, take over P7. We would run down Alex Bowman with 10 laps to go on the stage. We would pass Alex Bowman for P6, and we had to start considering actually some green flag pit stops. We were getting close to green flag pit stop time. Now as we ran down lap traffic on lap 22, Chase Elliott in the picture as well. Keselowski though, still leading the ways there as we're kind of stuck behind Cody Ware and Jamie McMurray. So I jump up to a lane higher and make the pass as we come through out of turns 4 on those lap cars and get up into P5. Now as we came to lap 25, it was time for green flag pit stops. I knew what the AI were going to do. They were going to take 4 tires, 2 cans of fuel. I decided we're going to take 2 tires because we could take the lead here and win the stage, get a playoff point, and obviously we'll give up time at the start of stage 2, but we could get a free playoff point. Seeing how things are shaking up this season, I wanted an extra playoff point if possible. So we do a 2-tire pit stop, and sure enough, the AI took 4 tires just like I said they would, and we would come out in front of all the guys that pitted in front of us. So, of course, we would cycle out through to the lead as we came to the white flag here in stage 1, just kind of chilling out in front by myself as we do have some lap traffic around us, Kyle Larson included, who's fallen down to P22 on this final half a lap of the stage, looking for the playoff point here, as I decided to be a little bit generous into turns 3 and turns 4. I actually move up to the top lane and decide I'm going to let Rick Castanos Jr. actually get past me on the exit of the corner. As we come through, Ryan Newman behind us, we will win stage 1 with that strategy call, setting us up not very well for stage 2, obviously, as we will have to pin. The AI won't, but either way, we got a playoff point out of it, and that's what really, to me, matters the most, as we're just trying to get as many playoff points as possible now. So hopefully we can take these risks like this again and get another playoff point out of it. Like I said, we had to pit for 2 cans of fuel and throw 4 tires on the car. There's still actually a few cars pitting, so this will also help us out, setting us up for the start of stage 2. So we would come out in the 20th position after losing 19 spots due to that pit stop, obviously, because a bunch of guys did not have to pit. Now, as we're ready to go green for stage 2, Keselowski leads away as we're now underway for the second stage here at Dover behind the 17 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Here we were very generous to kind of get that lead lap finish. Now as we go down into turns 1, Matt Tiff just behind us, the Daytona 500 winner from earlier this season. Now as Hamlin's there in P19 as we exit the corner right on the back of the 17 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. as we go down towards turns 3. Keselowski out front as Eric Jones looks like he was getting up there in the mix as well. There you see Tyler Reddick trying to get to my left rear as we exit the corner. We had actually gotten to the inside of Stenhouse, but still on the outside of Martin Truex Jr. As we went down towards turns 1, Tyler Reddick, he would slip up my inside as well as we came through the corner. Now as we had dropped at this point to P21, but we would sure enough be able to get to that bottom lane, and once we got to that bottom, we just started moving forwards once again. As we got to the inside of our teammate Clint Boyer, we would climb up to P16 following Tyler Reddick. There's a little bit of contact made with the 34 of McDowell, but we passed Jimmy Johnson as well. We now got to the inside of Reddick, we passed him, we passed Ryan Blaney, we were now passing William Byron on lap 10 of 27 in the stage, Hamlin as well, and then we would get to Eric Jones, who was battling with Chris Buescher as we came through down into turns 1. Hamlin just behind us. He's actually going to stick his nose up the inside as we're going to be 3 wide with the JGR drivers here as we exit turn 2, nearly making contact, maybe a tiny bit of contact there made with the 20 of Eric Jones as we go down into turns 3. Hamlin looks like he was on a mission at this point to move forward as Kurt Busch was leading the way, but we would pass Jones and then we would get to the outside of Chris Buescher as a caution would come out here in stage 2 with Kurt Busch leading. We would pit for 2 cans of fuel, 4 tires, which means we would not be able to try that strategy that we did now in stage 1 as the green flag is back out, less than 10 laps to go here in the second stage. Kurt Busch leads away with Chase Elliott joining him on that front row as they lead us down into turns 1 and 2. Denny Hamlin on my inside now as it's certainly not a great turns 1 and 2 for myself. Now as William Byron tries to get to the inside as well as Kurt Busch is clear for the lead as Logano and Elliott are going to duel it out for that second position. Logano with the obvious advantage being on that bottom lane. There's you see Keselowski and Bowman both up top there as we exit turns 4, having to get out of the throttle. Car wasn't handling great there, but we got back to the bottom and sure enough we would get back past William Byron. We'd run down Keselowski here who was running that outside lane. We would climb up all the way to P6 here within the final few laps of the stages. We were now approaching the final lap here in stage 2, just behind 5th place of Alex Bowman. Kurt Busch, though, leading the way through turns 1 and out of turns 2 as we just briefly touch that apron there as we exit the corner heading down this back straightaway. Kurt Busch looking for win number 1 on the season, and he's going to be one step closer with a stage win here in the second stage at Dover as we come through turns 3 and out of turns 4 for the final time here in stage 2. It's going to be a solid P5 in the second stage, or sorry, P6 that was, behind 5th place of Alex Bowman there. Truex with stage points, Logano, Elliott, and Kurt Busch, they all round out that top 5 as well now as we would once again pit for 2 cans of fuel and 4 tires, as well as I didn't really feel like there was a need to make any adjustments on the cars. The car felt pretty good, so we would stick with what we had in terms of that. But now we're ready to go green for this third and final stage here at Dover International Speedway. Logano on that front row along with Kurt Busch as the green flag is back out. And once again we are underway. The AI certainly don't seem to get very fast restarts here at this track as we have just 38 laps to go, which certainly isn't a long time at Dover now, as it's kind of almost the same time to get around here as a kind of a Martinsville. I think it's maybe a second or 2 slower, but still a pretty quick lap here in Dover as we go down into turn 3. A little bit of contact made there with the JGR driver of Kyle Busch, who recently got win 71 of his career, so obviously he's so much closer to Dale Earnhardt. We're going to see if Kyle Busch can match Dale Earnhardt's win count this season or even surpass his win count this season. But by the way it's going, I don't think Kyle Busch is going to reach Dale Earnhardt this season, but maybe next season in our career mode he could do that, as we made contact with Elliott on the exit of turn 2 and we went down the track, got into Keselowski in the process, as well as that's the second time we've made contact with Elliott now, or had a moment with Elliott in the last few races, as we came to a few laps later we had ended up getting another caution, as obviously we had kept the car clean. Nothing went wrong for us, so no one pitted. We get right back into the action here on lap 70, or going to lap 71, so 30 laps to go here in Dover. Kurt Busch still out front, so he certainly asserted some dominance there as Kyle Busch completely messed us up there, as it looked like he kind of chopped the nose of the 22 and he had already had a bad restart. So now all of a sudden there's like a 5-car breakaway in front of us as we would get to that bottom once again though, and I decided to get really aggressive with 28 get to go 3 wide up the inside of the 9 and the 18. I messed up the corner, hitting the apron, but we're going to be able to make it stick as we exit turn 2. We would pass the 18, we would pass the 9, we would get to the 24 of William Byron a little bit later on lap 74, pass him, and then we came to lap 78, we passed our teammate Kevin Harvick, and then Logano would actually come back and pass me. So we drop back down into the 6th position as we get into the wall on the exit of turn 2 there, as I just kind of misjudged that. But we come to lap 80, no really real damage made to the car. We pass Alex Bowman, and back up into the top 5 we would go, just behind 4th place of Joey Logano. Definitely showing some speed, but low up ahead, Kurt Busch in 2nd place goes spinning hard into the outside wall, and Alex Bowman's going to get collected as well, as that's powered heavy contact for both the 1 and the 88, the 24, the 11, the 37 all get involved, as well as the caution comes out with 20 laps to go. We would pit for 2 cans of fuel, 4 tires, and to my surprise, we lose like 12 positions on the pit lane here on lap 83, as like I said before, in my opinion, with 20 laps to go, the AI, or in real life, they're going to take 4 tires at Dover, so certainly I think there's still a little bit of work to be done in terms of that. And I guess I should have went with 2 tires, of course, but I just felt like if I went with 2 tires, it just wasn't going to work out. But either way, I guess that's what we should have done. We would rally back, though, because we had the 4 fresh tires. And I guess at the same time, it wasn't too bad, because we definitely don't have a winning car, so we might as well just take 4 tires anyways and see what we can do. Sure enough, we climbed up to P8. We go 3 wide up the middle between the 24 and the 48 of the Hendrick duo of Jimmy Johnson, the 7-time champion, and William Byron, who's still looking for career win number 1. There was contact made with the 48 of Johnson. We clear William Byron, and then we would continue battling with Johnson, but we would slice up the inside and pounce on that opportunity and make the pass on him into turns 3. As we came to lap 95, Logano still leading at this point, as a caution came out as we were looking to the inside of the 9 of Chase Elliott. This would set us up for a 3-lap dash to end this race now, as the green flag is back out. And once again, we are on our way with 3 laps to go here at Dover International Speedway. Logano and Bowman on that front row. Bowman looking for win number 2 of the season, as so far the most he's been able to do in our career mode is get 1 win in the season, as we're going to get aggressive though. 3 wide between Keselowski and Elliott. A little bit of contact made with the 2s who go down this back straightaway side by side with both the 9 and the 2s go down into turn 3. There's contact with Chase Elliott that pushes us up into Brad Keselowski as we come through turns 3 and turns 4, trying to get out of the throttle. There's more contact made. We hit the 48 as well, but somehow we keep it straight with 2 laps to go. Not the restart that was ideal now as we came through to start the final lap though. Joey Logano still leading, but Kurt Busch would pounce to the inside. Kurt Busch wrecked like 20 laps ago, not even, and here he is taking the lead on the final lap as we would get to the back of the 9 of Elliott. Certainly I was kind of letting him know that I didn't appreciate that contact earlier, even though I wasn't really sure whose fault it was as we came through turns 3 and turns 4, just kind of giving him a bump. But either way, Kurt Busch would win here in Dover as we would come through to cross the line in P8. That was another new winner on the season. Kurt Busch's first win, as we have still yet to have a repeat winner this season, which is really going to make that playoff grid really interesting if it continues to go in this way for the rest of this regular season. But like I said, I did not have a end race quote, simply more of, because there wasn't really much for me to talk about, but Elliott and myself made some contact here and there, definitely didn't fully get along on the track there, so it was just kind of some hard racing, no like hard feelings, I don't think, after that one. But as always, if you guys did enjoy this episode, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Those would all be very appreciated. There you see the playoff grid. The points leader, Denny Hamlin, has yet to get a victory, and the way this playoff is going, he might want to think about getting a win as soon as he can. Eric Jones, though, the final car in the playoffs. Almirola, the first one out. Byron, Blaney, all out as well, that are pretty close still to getting in. So that will do it, though, for this episode. So thank you all for taking the time of your day to watch this one, and I'll see you guys in the next one at Kansas. Thank you for watching, everybody, and have yourselves a great day.